Most people don't actually know what their goal is in their 401k and their IRAs to retire. They don't know how much they need to be shooting for. I ran into a guy the other day, he thought he needed 6 million. And he was a friend of mine, and I told him, I broke down the numbers for him, and I said, you're not gonna need 6. He needed less than 1.5 when I showed him the numbers. So here's what you do. You don't actually look at your salary, you look at your expenses. What we know based on analyzing portfolios for 10 years, you're gonna live on about 80% of what you're spending right now. Now, does inflation matter? A 2 to 3% inflation rate each year? Yeah. Does your age matter? Of course, because what you need now in 5 years is not going to be that amount. So what you do is you revisit these strategies every 2 to 3 years. We look at about 80% of what you're spending, because when you're retired, you're not on the road as much, you're not needing gas, you're not needing car repairs, you're not eating out. People just spend less when they retire. It's just the way it is. You can go to the Social Security website and it can tell you about how much you can expect to get when you're 62 or 65 or 67, whatever age you decide to take it out. So you factor that in. And of course, you're going to factor in any kind of pensions or savings accounts. About 30 years ago, we did the safe withdrawal rate at 4%, and then it was 6%, and now I think it's about 8%. What that means is as long as you're not taking out more than 8% of your money each year, your money is going to grow. Let's say you're spending 100 grand. So now let's say you need $80,000. Well, what you do is you take 80,000 and you divide it by 8% because that's the safe withdrawal rate. And that figure will tell you what your goal is for your retirement accounts. So let's just do some math, okay? $80,000 divided by 0.08, which is 8%, equals what? You're gonna need $1 million. So that's how you figure that out, okay? When you have $1 million in your retirement accounts, and as long as you're not taking out more than an 8%, and it should be generating between 8 and 12% returns. And yes, there are portfolios out there that'll generate that for you. So as long as you're not taking out more than 8%, you're fine. The money will be there and it'll keep growing. You'll always have that $1 million nest egg. So then you take those figures. I need to get to $1 million. I'm going to average between 12 and 14% returns. You put that in your investment calculator and retirement calculator, and it'll ask you, how much do you have now? You put that figure in, and then you can just play with the numbers. How much do I put in each year so that when I'm 59 and a half or 62 or 65, it'll show me a really good probability of how much I'll have. Investment calculators and retirement calculators are a dime a dozen on the internet. If you just Google Dave Ramsey investment calculator, Dave Ramsey retirement calculator, it's the most simple one I've ever seen. He doesn't know me, I don't know him. This is not a paid endorsement. I'm just letting you know I've seen them all. His is just easy to use and straight to the point. I bet you there's somebody in your life that needs to send this video. Would you send it to them? And if Foxcrest sounds like the kind of firm that you could work with, please reach out to us. Our contact info is in the body of the video.